Wait, what?
So that's what I was reading about Google Hangout or like Google Live, blah blah stuff today. You have to
Hmm.
have one long ass video, and then you can start posting other long videos. So
What?
we're currently technically live, going on YouTube.
Guys, we're on the internet.
Cool.
Yeah, talking
Oh
about
man,
ethics.
my wildest dreams come true.
My
Shit's
grandma
going
was
internet
so alarmed.
wild.
Live.
So if this is 15 minutes long, does that count?
Yeah, so I think it's like as long as you establish that, like, look, I do cool live streams, they'll be like, okay, we trust you to do 40-minute live streams if you could do a 15-minute one. So we're just gonna, even if
As long as
we
cool
don't
wasn't in
have-
the stipulations, I think we're good.
yeah, exactly. So I think as long as we, even if we don't have 15 minutes worth of meeting to do, we'll just leave it running.
Okay.
So we can-
Works for me.
I like it.
All right. So where's everybody at? Do we have a log this week?
No.
I
No.
think nothing's due this week. I think we should do a discussion board, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. I won't even worry about it.
I mean, I just been doing some outlines of the con articles.
Yep. I noticed that. That was cool.
Let me see.
Matt and I kind of talked about here. I'll screen share because I'm trying to also. You guys will notice on your screens. Do you have on the left side of your screen like the little green screen share button, like a control panel,
Yeah.
that stuff?
Well, I'm on my phone, so I don't
Yeah,
have
same.
Okay, so I think for the day of, we'll all need to be like when we actually record
Yeah,
for
yeah.
real and practice. We'll all have to be on our computers so that you can share. So, like for example, I'll go ahead and pull up. Is everybody seeing this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm about
So this is our little page here. We went ahead and made our arguments, or we're starting. I was thinking like 3 to 5 main arguments that we're going to be using for our side of the debate. And you guys can use that to then create your counter arguments as well for your attacking.
Yeah, I know. I was starting to like kind of put together an outline, but then I was like, well, I feel like I need to like get a better idea of what our points are and like what we're arguing.
That was kind of what I think Matt and I were looking into. I started to write an intro, and then I was like, we should probably know like what the heck we're
Yeah.
like, where our
Right.
points are.
So I
And then
apologize. My
there-
outline is like literally just some bullet points with ideas.
Mhm.
No, I mean that's what it is right now. It's not. None of us expected to be done like today or tomorrow.
Right.
But having bullet points is good for right now.
Yeah, totally. And then I think it'll help to then, it's so much easier to build your own arguments off of those. Like, if you know, like, here's number one, like, this undermining this line in the code of ethics, like, destroys the whole code of ethics, and then we can
Right.
back that up.
I also think it's easier to go based off of y'all's argument because just like common sense wise, there's a lot more reasons why it's easier to be like against gift giving. And so to just kind of counter that, it just seems easier. Like we could come up with some basic reasons, but I think it can get more in depth once we can counter something.
Yeah.
Right.
So like I hate to be the person who's gonna throw out like fun facts and stories during our quick meeting.
Yeah.
But like this specific issue has come up with every single parent because I'm new with this company and all of the parents are new and so they're all like offering me stuff. And so I have to like keep telling them and no, they all hate it so much.
Yeah.
It's like
We
this
actually- To like piggyback off that, at my school is divided up into like an ABA school for kids with autism and then an early intervention clinic that is much more efficiently guided. Like the school kind of winds up being like, yes, guided by the ABA code of ethics, but also guided like in a school, like parents bring stuff to teachers.
Yeah.
and just, like,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
time.
I'm in a school setting too, so it's like, well, you do some ABA, but you also do like some high school work, so it's a school's gift. I'm like,
Exactly.
as long as
Yeah,
I don't
that's
get in
tricky.
trouble, guys. As long as I don't get in trouble, I don't care.
Please don't report me to the board if like your kid,
Yeah.
like all of a sudden is no longer thriving. that I accepted.
I never really thought of that point of view of like being board certified and being in a school setting, because that's such like common practice in a school.
Well, it actually happened that on the clinic side of things, where they're like much more board strict.
Yeah, that's
a mom would love. She owns a Chinese restaurant and would bring in Chinese food all the time. And the director wound up telling her like a year ago, like, "Hey, you really like. I'm really sorry, but we can't accept that. Like, it goes against our code of ethics." And then the mom stopped coming to all of the supervisions for an entire year because she was like so offended and just like wouldn't be involved with her kids' treatment.
Well, like I mean, there's codes. I don't know what code it is, but we have to like be sensitive to their cultural like components too. I don't remember like where that is in the ethics, but I don't know how like one kind of affects the other. Like if you're gonna offend them and it's gonna interfere with services to, you know, dismiss something, like where do you draw the line? Like where do you make it okay so that services can continue and you're not disrespecting someone, but at the same time you're still following the rules?
Totally. And that's why the director finally at one point, like just last week, the director of the clinic, the mom was like, "Hey, I have all this extra food. Can I bring it in?" And she was like, "You know what? Like, if it's gonna bring you back to like supervision, like,
by
all means, bring us some egg rolls, like whatever." Like, and you know, the director's like, "You know what? I'm like not. It doesn't change my objectivity. Like, so I'm not that worried about it. Like, I'm not gonna give her kid like preferential treatment because of the egg rolls."
Yeah. No matter how good they are.
I mean, how good were the egg rolls?
Well, yeah, that's the big question. Like, it could change with the really good egg rolls, right?
Yeah,
we don't know how good these egg rolls
are. Going like back to I pulled up.
Sorry, that was my fault.
Not at all. I think it's good to like talk about that stuff too.
Hey guys, I'm gonna try to switch to the computer. I think I can just end this and switch to the computer, and it'll just transition.
Okay.
So if I go away, that's why.
Okay. I just wanted to go back to what we said our roles were since, well, I guess I'll wait kind of because Jessica was the one that I was going to go over for mostly. But Paige, you and I are the staters. So basically for our stating with a little bit more elaboration, I'll be kind of saying those points that Chris and I have on our arguments page.
Okay, cool.
So you'll be kind of doing something similar, and then Matt will go in with our backup of like why, because he's the prover, and then we'll all get to take turns attacking each other.
Yeah, it's just
everybody's favorite part of the debate.
Excellent.
There we are.
There we go. Perfect.
Here we are.
Woohoo! I can actually I'll share this so I get more practice sharing the document.
Now you can screen share and I can see it.
Okay, hang on just a second. Screen share. Okay.
So are we going to have, I'm sorry, I don't know this. Are we going to have like a PowerPoint or something, like, or visual aids going on?
We do have to have the visual aids. That's kind of why I was saying that everybody should get familiar with what the apps are on the side of your screen. There's a few different ones that you can add. Right now, the screen share one lets you do like, you can share your entire screen or you can share a portion of your screen. Now I'm like specifically sharing one tab that I have open on my computer. So I think what we'll have to do is kind of have a pretty well organized, everybody on their own computer will have like an organized system.
Right.
You want to do it so that you can be pulling up your visual aids as you need them.
Got it.
I don't know how like complicated those visual aids have to be. I feel like our topic isn't something that you're like, look at these graphs.
No.
You could just show a bunch of pictures of GIFs.
Look at these egg rolls.
Yeah, I was going to say piles of egg rolls.
There we are.
But Jessica, while you were switching over, we were going over, I don't know if you got a chance to look at this last week, but this was what we came up with since we're doing the formal debate style. These were the roles that we kind of signed up for / assigned. So just being aware of like, if you're the pro attacker, I mean, everybody's going to get a chance to attack, but you're looking at those like main points that were, that Matt and I already put up.
Okay.
The sooner you guys can come up with your like 3 to 5 main points, and I guess it could be more than that. This is a 40-minute debate after all.
It's like also if we could practice our debate like the first week of October, like, we can have a good idea of like what more we need and what we can cut out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those will be our, just touchstones of like what you could be working on.
Okay. What does the pro and con stater mean? Is that just like who's gonna state the argument?
Yeah, so if we go, let me find the document really quick.
Do you guys want to pick a time like every week to just kind of like catch up, even if it's like a short meeting?
Yeah, we can do that.
Thursdays at 10 Eastern is good with me.
Okay.
I'm fine with Eastern.
Yeah,
Pretty
that works.
available time for everybody.
That works for me too.
Cool.
Okay. So let's see. Present to everyone. There's a thing where I can present to you.
Oh.
So the stater is basically making the main points for the argument for your side.
Oh, for mine.
Like the one we're the ones against gift giving, blah blah blah. Like here's why. The prover is going to be coming in with that article evidence, whatever evidence we come up with. Attackers are just going after whatever evidence was just presented and the arguments from the other side, which will be pretty easy because it's not like we're going into this like without knowing each other's arguments. And then you're going back as the stater to, go in and summarize. And I think we said that everybody would kind of summarize again, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do we feel like? This might be a dumb question, but what do we feel like the main purpose of this is? Just to like see both sides, like.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what we think the opposing side is of the ethics. Like we're bound by that anyway. So what's the point in trying to think of all these reasons that it's good? Do you think that part of this is like building like professional arguing skills for purposes of like having to debate things with parents and like insurance companies? Or what do you think like the main purposes of this assignment is?
I think it's kind of like you said. It's like when, if parents were to offer you gifts, for example, like we have evidence to back up saying, it's like, no, it's like, I'm not just saying no to say no. It's ethics. Here's the reason why. Do.
Okay.
Yeah. I also like every ethics class I've ever been in, no matter how like set the ethical code is, all you do is debate the ethics code. So it's like it's funny.
I feel like that's the nature of ethics, though.
Yeah, because it like winds up being a toss up between like, okay, this is the ABA morality. These are the morals that ABA has come up with, but then everybody comes into ABA with their own set of morals.
Actually, that is a good point. That now that you're saying that, like every ethics class you've been in has been debating. I went to a workshop like 2 weeks ago in Orlando that was like about basically like fighting insurance companies about things that are medically necessary and stuff like that. And like one of the two presenters was a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
And so we basically just learned how to like argue the entire time, how to argue ethics basically.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Interesting.
That is cool.
Yeah, no, I was in a journalism ethics class in my in my undergrad, and it was like just the same thing. You're like, here's how everybody should act, and they're like, but should they? And you're like, tell me.
Like, oh no, they're gonna have to.
Yeah, exactly. I wish it would tell us how long we've been live. I haven't been paying attention. Probably almost 15.
Ooh,
Let's go, like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, sounds good. Do you guys see everybody's like? I think I can mute everybody. I have like a control room function on the side of mine. Do you guys see that?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if that was like just the person that, like who sent the.
Well, I think it's you. I think you're the moderator. It says the video call is running an app that gives the moderator the ability to control your audio video settings during the call, such as turning your camera on or off. The moderator also has the ability to eject you all from the call.
Ah, well, that'd be rude. Here, yes,
Like,
your volume quite a
get
bit.
out of here.
Have you guys noticed? There's so many things on Blackboard about like, make sure your volume is good. Make sure you don't have fans running when you film a video. But every video I watch from Ball State is like the crappiest audio. Like, it's so bad.
They're like in their pajamas. And
The weirdest angle, yeah.
It makes me crazy.
Oh my god, I know.
Especially when like their screen that's like the actual video, like the one that's like it's frozen on their face, and they just look crazy. You're like, oh, you probably could have changed that.
Yeah, like you wanted to film in front of those curtains, like you have a clear background. Yeah, no,
What's this Q&A little button?
I think that was if we actually had people who were watching this live, riveting.
Oh.
Are there not?
Nope, sorry. Bottom right-hand corner, 0 viewers.
We
Bummer.
can't see that. Or I can't.
It's not letting me do anything with it. Oh wait, maybe it did. Thinking about doing it. Showcase seems like it's kind of like screen share. You guys have that one, but it's taking a long time to open.
Yeah, it's taking a long time to open. Okay, well maybe that's a note to self to just not use that.
Yeah, I think the main things we're going to be needing to use is screen share. And that'll just be a matter of staying organized on your own computer for like what you want to open when. It's pretty good about letting you select, like it'll let you select from anything that's open. So right now it's showing me like my Google Hangouts, my Finder window, and my Post-its. So if you guys really want to see my Post-its.
What's this Hangout toolbox?
Let's see.
I clicked add apps. This toolbox provides several apps to improve your Hangout experience.
Let's do it. Thing we can. Give yourself an overlay. I know who this means. I can give myself a tagline. Julia.
Oh, now I can see. Choose color.
Play with volume again.
Oop, and my computer died.
Oh.
That's why I wasn't using it for this. Remember how I ran out to get my charger? It wasn't there.
Yeah. Oops. Mirroring myself.
Did you click the mirror one, Julia?
Now I'm confused about what's actually reality. What is the correct one?
Click the mirror one so I can see if it flips your like actual video, or if only you can see it flip.
So I'm clicking it. Are you seeing me change?
Nope.
That's funny.
No.
Okay. Well, probably not the most important thing in the world. Okay. Well, let's say
Lower third.
probably good. Probably just get familiar with that screen share one. I
Okay.
think that will be our most used tool. And nobody seems to have any like crazy background noise right now. So whatever ambient noise you turned off in your house, let's keep it turned off. I had to turn off like 12 different fans. But
I'm gonna play nature sounds in the background.
nice. I like
Yeah.
it. It's like white noise blaring in the background. All right. Well, I think this was a good first live broadcast. Maybe we'll get some viewers next time. I'll tell my mom to watch.
Fingers crossed.
Fascinated.
We could be YouTube famous, guys. We can have like a second career or eighth career.
Yeah.
Just my mom to
Going
learn how to use
viral.
Let's get some product placement going on. HydroFlask.
Yeah.
Slide it in for like when we're talking about
Toyota, guys. We'll get Toyota to join us next week.
Yeah. Be like, we can't accept Toyotas from our clients.
Yeah, so basically just for next week, make sure you guys try to get those pro points. Matt and I will hammer out the rest of ours. I think we have 4. Probably do at least one more.
Yeah, at least one more. 4's good.
Yeah, 4 is good. Throw 5 in
5's better.
in case we need it. Yeah, get those done, and then we can start attacking your points.
Okay, so my only last thing is like I looked for articles that were like on the pro side,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if you guys have any ideas on like how to get creative on that because there's really not. I mean, I don't know if you guys found anything, but in my research, I didn't find anything that was like pro gift giving by any means.
I feel like there's
it's
actually a
gonna be-
decent amount on the page already.
Did you find like any blogs maybe?
Yeah, or even like
I
studies
actually
on just
added
like gift
articles on
giving.
there. Hold on, I added like 2 or 3 articles on there, but I think I even added one to like the con section just because I thought it was good. And
Yeah.
I mean, that's good. I mean, really, all of us were looking for every kind of article too, just because.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think I added 3. I think I just added 2 to the pro and I added 1 to the con.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
All
Yeah.
right.
That's the good work, everybody.
Yeah. Next week, same time.
All right,
good.
sounds good.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.